Welcome back to Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic Lesson Known Classics. This is episode number 2618, 2624, and Doubleshot number 262518. I have two sci-fi related trades, the first of whom sadly put the guys who wrote this stuff have sadly since passed away. One passed away 2 years ago, the other passed away just last year. We have one of Keith Giffen's most well-known creations from DC Comics. We have Lobo by Keith Giffen and Alan Grant, Volume 2. Now, Lobo, oh my gosh, Lobo has got this thing where he's got tons of miniseries. Alongside a very successful ongoing, we have in this book, now this collects some of the miniseries, not all of them. We have the 4-issue miniseries Lobo Infested, Lobo Death and Taxes, Lobo 58, this is from Volume 2, 58, the Authority / Lobo, Jingle Hell, and the Lobo, the Authority / Lobo Spring Break Massacre. Yep, Keith Giffen does basically write these with Alan Grant. Yeah, Keith Giffen also does artwork in these books with, of course, Keith Giffen is for plots, and dialogue is by Alan Grant. Keith Giffen does also artwork with Alex Hartley, Simon Bosley, Henry Flunt, Claude Sabern, Dan Carlo, and Allison Flood. The cover art for this trade is Paolo Perini. Simon Bosley, he has a lot of really cool Lobo covers. Yep. Yes. Now, was this before? Now, Lobo, if you're not familiar with Lobo, I mean, how the heck can I forget with someone familiar with someone named Lobo, the space biker, who basically people most familiar with him thanks to an appearance on Superman, the animated series. Yep. And the 90s, oh boy, he was basically treated like DC's version of Venom. Where if you look, he has tons of comics released in the 1990s. He even had a very long-running, ongoing series. No, seriously, he did. And some of you might be asking, Nick, has there been a live-action version of Lobo? Yes. Yes, there has. On the TV show Krypton. Yep. So, by the way, issue 58, that's from Lobo Volume 2, which was the 9th to last issue of the whole entire volume. Yeah, it is by far the only major, and this lasted from the ongoing series of Lobo, which 58 is one of it. That lasted from December of that first issue was released in December of 1993. That's where it first came out, and was concluded in July of 1999. So this book lasts almost the entirety of the 1990s. Yep. And it was part of some major storylines: Zero Hour, Bloodlines, Year One, Unleashed, Genesis, and DC 1 Million. Yeah. And of course, some people nowadays, when they think of Lobo, usually one of the first things to think of is the Cullen Bunn Lobo book. One that featured the Pretty Lobo. A version of Lobo that nobody cared for at all. DC forced this Lobo on people, and like, that's not Lobo. This is Lobo. Muscle-bound guy, rides a motorcycle, carries big hook, swears, smokes a cigar, has a bunch of babes with him. That's what people think of when people think of Lobo. Not the pretty boy Lobo, the DC forced anybody. Yes. So, this book has like 2 miniseries, 2 one-shots, and a self-contained issue. Infested, which is the first miniseries collected here, it is Mostly put, this one takes... the main villain of this book is someone named Sue Lemon. She is an offspring of Lobo. One of her is many. And she only exists as one miniseries. She gets killed off by the final issue. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lobo kills his own daughter. The other one is Death in Texas. It's another one of these miniseries. And it's 4 issues. The artwork for this one is done by Alex. By the way, the cover of this trade here, that's actually from Death in Taxes #1. The whole joke is basically paying your taxes. And the main villain in this book is Inspector Mortalis. Yeah, it's a guy who's a tax collector, and he gets killed off by issue 3, but he's not in the whole miniseries. No. By the way, he does have a supporting character named Roma, who is this woman who hangs out with Lobo. And she gets killed off in issue number 4 of this very miniseries. Yeah, she actually made her first appearance in Lobo's back. Yep, that's where she first showed up in her book. She basically she's one who supplies Lobo with bounties. And then by issue 4, Lobo Dev attacks and she gets killed off. Yeah, it's sad that basically by the way, the cover for this book is mostly done by Sam Bosley. Actually, this one's done by Pablo Parker, but Sam Bosley, he just re-cover art for him. This one. Yep. But you probably think, okay, what about the Lobo one-shots in here? The one we cross up with the Authority. Yes, the Authority. And they collect both one-shots. Yeah, it just... The best way to describe it is just basically Lobo versus the Authority. Yeah, one of 2 one-shots that we did. It's basically anytime Lobo deals with the Authority. You know, the characters from, well, Wildstorm. By the way, these 2 books were published in 2005. Yeah, the first one was released in February of 2004, and Spring Break Massacre was released in June of 2005. Jingle Hell was released in December of 2003. Yeah, it's like kind of surprising to include in here, but probably because basically they wrote it, so why not? If you're curious about Lobo 58, I think it may have been like the only issue. It's mostly put just a guest appearance by Superman, who appears in this book. Lobo is the bomb. And it was released in January of 1999, the very year the book ended. Yeah. Now, would Keith Giffen necessarily write every single miniseries related to Lobo? A good chunk of them, yes. Sadly put, when it comes to Lobo Volume 2, Keith Giffen does not do the writing for the whole book. Nope. He just does this one issue, and that's it. Alan Grant does the whole thing with this one. Oh, yeah, definitely. Alan Grant does the whole thing himself. I believe so. Keith Giffen, he passed away just late last year. Alan Grant, meanwhile, if you're really curious, how long did he stay on the Lobo ongoing? Okay, the answer to that question is... If I can find it. Okay, yeah, he did pretty much the whole run. Yep. But he did not do the annuals. Nope. The annuals were not done by him at all. Now, who did the annuals? Well, okay, he did do the annuals. It's just nice. I put on that for some reason. Yeah, I think he did all 3 annuals. Yep. He did all 3. And he was doing this book at the same time as working on another book that he was writing at the time, which of course basically was very popular with a lot of people. A book known as Batman: Shadow of the Bat. Yep, worked on both these series at the same time. He even worked on The Demon. Yes, Etrigan the Demon's book. Yeah, worked on some of his book too. Yeah, Alan Grant was on Busy Boy in the 90s. Yeah, he definitely was. Now, is this book is just bad? Not necessarily. The humor for it is made up for a lot of people, but still a pretty interesting book, in my opinion. I'm going to give the book roughly 9 out of 10. I only recommend people who are fans of Lobo check this book out. Check out For the Real Lobo. Yep. Next up we have is the wonderful Thanos: The Infinity Conflict. This book picked up at Comic-Con. It was part of a set I got for $20. And I told the guy at the booth that I always look forward to basically. Now, this book is written by Jim Starlin, art by Alan Davis. So we started out this book with Thanos talking to Adam Warlock. Oh, here's the thing about this book, these books you should know. Thanos and Adam Warlock are practically in every single one of these. Yeah, they're in practically like every single one of these one-shots because there's even a whole mini-series. Now, one thing I should mention is that some of you might be curious, so has Jim Starlin ever any of the Thanos ongoing? Nope. Anytime he proposed to basically write one of those, Marvel editor kept telling him no. Every time. And in my opinion, that shows a lot of disrespect to a guy like Jim Starlin. But yet, they'll allow him to do these one-shots, but no, you cannot do a Thanos ongoing. For reasons. So yeah, then we have Thanos basically like... You have Adam Warlock with a cameo by Drax and Gamora. Two other characters that... Now, Adam Warlock is not a creation of Jim Starlin. He basically... A lot of the stuff associated with Adam Warlock was something that he started, but he is not the creator of Adam Warlock. Some people might misrepresent the fact that he's associated... Give us all associated with the character. He created him. Nope, that is completely 100% untrue. The creators of Adam Warlock are Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. He debuted in Fantastic Four. Not Strange Tales, that's more of the more redefined version of the character, so... They go off and meet with Thanos, who's there with the Black Order. Now, this is something Jim Starlin did not create. This was... they're here with Christmas Glove and Prox Midnight. These two have been around for like a decade now. They're creations of Jonathan Hickman. Now, I don't know how Jim Starlin feels about the Black Order. He probably feels, why not? So... And supposedly he's killed, but he comes back via Cocoon, because of course he does. And where he's like ruling a world, all about, and of course also Star Fox is here. Eros, yeah, another character that Jim Starlin created. Yep, this one he definitely did create. And I prefer this look for him, not the feminine look that for some reason that had to appear in Judgment Day. I do not like that look where he's got lipstick on. Seriously, are you implying the fact that Star Fox is gay? I thought that it's so stupid. Alan Davis draws a much better version, and of course also a cosmic version of Thanos, where he goes to visit Death, Lady Death, and he supposedly kills her in the book. Though his whole thing, the way Jim Starlin writes him, it's like, ooh, he really wants to sleep with Lady Death so badly, and she keeps rejecting him because she's obsessed with Deadpool. And apparently, she's also obsessed with Ben Reilly. But Thanos, nope. He supposedly just kills her, but he becomes Death. And then we see Galactus' spaceship. Yes, Galactus' spaceship here. And Thanos is merged with him too. Yep, and then of course we have Adam Warlock meets the Living Tribunal. They mentioned this is not the same one who was creation of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. They mentioned this one as a version of Adam Warlock. If you're curious, because I believe that the original was killed by the Beyonders. Let's see. Yeah, the original one, the one people are more familiar with, that one's dead. Yeah, he got killed off in New Avengers. Yeah, and this one is the creation of Stan Lee and Morrison, but definitely Stan Lee created that one. The newer one is a version based on Adam Warlock. That's what this one is based on. Yes. Yeah, this one is definitely a creation of Jim Starlin. And this is not the book where he made his debut. He made his debut in the one-shot Thanos, the Infinity Revelation. That's where he first showed up. And this also the same one popped up in Ultimates. Now this, of course, is the Infinity Conflict. Of course, the last one of these one-shots is the Infinity Ending, which I believe is the last one of these ones. Yes, definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently a lot of the character in this book is basically from a different universe. It's not 666 characters. Nope. This is a different version of Thanos. From Earth TRN 803, merged with Thanos of 8488. Yes, for some reasons with retcon, this is a complete different version of the character. Mm-hmm. Like he's from the future. Yep. Yeah, after Adam Warlock talks, it's a very self-contained story, and it is. And apparently, they have Thanos killing people. Like first they go to nowhere, everybody's dead. Then they go to Mord, the Spartax, Brood World, the Skrulls, Regal, and then apparently God is involved in the book. So you got one. I still love the art by Alan Davis. It looks like you see this artwork, and then we see him. And here's the thing: animal like this, you can't kill Thanos as a baby. Why? Because basically, this is Jim Starlin referencing the Infinity War. So then we first see animal like see past version. We see the original version, the man child, the one Jim Starlin worked on, and then we have the one with the cape, which that's one from the 90s. And this is like a future version. One with long hair. But this book is a lot of fun. At one point, we actually have Star Fox die, but it comes back anyways. But this book is so fantastic. I'm going to give this book a 10 out of 10. And can you believe, of all of Thanos one-shot, this is the second to last one? Yep, there's one more of these ones. Mm-hmm. Out of this one, it's been the ending. I've reviewed a few of these already, but yeah, I love these Thanos one-shots. It's like you read these, you're like, yeah, Jim Stone knows how to write Thanos properly, and he knows how to write other characters properly. Basically, like, all the Thanos one-shots are done by Jim Starlin. Yes. Here's another for you. Is Deadpool vs. Thanos, is that Jim Starlin? Nope, that's Tim Seeley. Eternal Thanos Rises. Nope, that's not Jim Starlin either. The Infinity one-shots, yeah, he basically does write those, but Thanos Rises, nope, does not write that one. So is there anything besides these one-shots that he does write? He does write Thanos vs. Hulk. Yep. He does do that. Where he writes and draws the book. And I heard some of these issues were supposed to be issues 7 through 10 of the book. So What about Thanos Death Note? Does he write that one? A one shot was collected in a trade for Thor. Nope. So I'd say a lot of the really important ones he writes, but doesn't write every single one. But this book is really good. Okay, so that's a particular view. I thought I had time to do more of Melder, but I'm gonna have to wait until tomorrow for that one. But at least I got the anime done. Yep, and all my comic corners. So that's gonna be pretty much it here. So please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. Okay, so see you tomorrow for reviews for One Piece, Melder, Banner State Party, and even Comic Corner 2. Okay, next two. Bye.